it. David Beckham.
He's a football legend. But years back, he was the most hated guy in England because his iconic World Cup moment almost destroyed his career. In 1998, Beckham and England were facing Argentina in the World Cup, and everyone expected the Spice Boy to grab the headlines. An iconic free kick, an incredible pass. So when he took a swing with his right leg, it was the kick that sent him out of the World Cup.
Now play the remainder of this game with a one-man advantage. There's a kick out by Beckham on Simeone.
What the hell got into his head, man? But hey, at least he wasn't alone. Yeah, because back in 2006, a dude's head game was so big, it almost popped a guy's heart out. It was France versus Italy in the World Cup final. It was huge, man. And it was also Zidane's last ever game as a pro. So Zizou knew he had to go out like a legend. And bang! He scored a Panenka to put France in front. But as special as this goal was, it didn't even come close to what happened next. Because after Italy equalized and it went into extra time, the occasion got into Zizou, and he lost his head!
Cleared the ball. Oh my word!
Dude, how he managed to keep breathing, I'll never know. And he was still able to play after that. Not like Patrick Battiston, though. Because back in 1982, Tony Schumacher nearly ripped his head off. In the semi-final, France faced Germany in an epic match. It was 1-1 and time was running out, so the French coach brought in Patrick Battiston to change the game. Battiston was clean on goal, man, and then boom, lights out! Damn, that was crazy! Dude lost 2 teeth and broke 3 ribs, and the ref didn't even give a foul. Ridiculous! But it wasn't as if Battiston and Schumacher had any beef or something. But Rijkaard and Voller, their fight was so intense, it was disgusting. In 1990, Netherlands faced West Germany in a heated World Cup round of 16 clash. See, the Germans were favorites heading into this one, and the Dutch knew if they wanted to win, they had to give everything. But Frank Rijkaard, he had other plans, man. His own design on how to eat up a particular guy in Germany's team. So when it came down to it, Rijkaard wasn't just all balls on Voller. He had something to spit off his chest, too. Oh, I'm gonna throw up. And dude still wasn't happy, because when Rijkaard and Voller both got sent off, this time it was in 4K.
To Rudy Voller. Oh, and there's Clint. He spat on him again, Rijkaard.
Dude thinks he's a llama or something. Man's spitting on hairlines. But without spitting bars, the World Cup's not just full of spitting moments alone. It has defining moments too. Like in 1950, when Brazil got done so bad, an entire country got scarred for life. Brazil faced Uruguay in the final, and this World Cup was played in Brazil, man. So the whole country was so confident they were going to win it. They had already started declaring Brazil the new world champions, even before the match started. And when they scored the first goal, the fans started a party. But that Uruguay team, they had a master plan in action, man, and bang! They equalized, 1-1. The Brazilians were surprised, but with 12 minutes to go, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. People said that after the game, all you could hear was a traumatic, absolute silence. It was so bad, at least 2 Brazilian fans committed suicide inside the stadium. That's disturbing, man. But Gagia's goal gave birth to a legend. Because in 1958, Brazil reached the final again. And in that team, there was a kid. And he was 17. At 17, I couldn't even get a date, man. And this kid was playing in the final. Anyways, Pelé was on fire in the tournament. But the final was the big test. Because you see, 8 years ago, he watched with his dad as Brazil lost at home to Uruguay. And so he made a promise to his dad that one day, he was going to win the World Cup for him. Now, he had the chance. He was in the final. But the Swedes, they were tough, man. And Pelé, he was only a 17-year-old kid with a dream. The kid did it, man. He made his dad proud, made his country proud. And not only that, he wrote his name in the history books, because he became the youngest player to score at the World Cup, the youngest player to score a hat trick, and the youngest to score in a final. What a fairy tale, man. But that's not the only time Pelé's done something famous at the World Cup, because in 1970, he and another dude did something so unique, it started the trend of a lifetime. Brazil and England met in the World Cup, and Pelé and Bobby Moore were absolute icons, man. So when the match ended, they decided to show the world how in love with each other they were. What a moment, man. the first guys to swap their jerseys. Just look at Pele's face. Dude's out there asking more if he had already subscribed to the channel and liked the video. So cool, man. And he probably asked him for Gordon Banks' number too, because a few moments earlier, what that dude did to Pele was so damn incredible, he left him stunned. How'd he even move like that? That's some black magic, man. Pele couldn't believe it. But if you want to make yourself famous, the World Cup's the place to be, man. You can bust a move just like Roger Milla did, because what he started in 1990 made him famous for life. Cameroon faced Bulgaria in their first ever match at the World Cup. It was big for him, and Roger Milla was determined to make it one they weren't going to ever forget. See, back then, goal celebrations were boring, man, the usual. A fist pump or a handshake. But Milla was going to change that. So when he scored his country's first goal, he went full disco mode. Now that's what I pay the big bucks to see, man. Something different for a change. It was epic, but sometimes, some celebrations can be a little too intense and can lead to questions too. Like the time a dude celebrated so hard, it was a little sus. It was 1994. Argentina faced Greece, and Maradona, he was, pumped. See, he scored in the game, and he was so high, he lost control of everything.
He's done it!
Whoa, dude, don't scare me like that. The medical guys found that a bit too much, so they brought Diego in, and that's when he got busted. Maradona tested positive for drug use, and he got banned. For a dude so high, that was a low ending, man. And speaking of high, remember that time when everyone thought the TV guy running the scoreline was high? In 2002, defending champions France faced newcomers Senegal. France had all the star players, man, and everyone thought they were going to win easily. So they went on and shocked the whole world. I don't think that's what they meant by shocking the world. Losing to the rookies, and they didn't even get past the group stage. What an embarrassment! But here's the deal. France have been involved in some iconic moments, man. Like the time they played 3 halves in a match. Back in 1982, France faced Kuwait in the group stages, and they dominated. They were winning 3-1, and they scored the 4th in the second half. And that's when the unthinkable happened. You see, the Kuwait guys didn't agree with that goal, man. The thing is, the stadium was really full that day, and they claimed they heard a whistle from somewhere that made them stop. The ref wasn't having it, man, and he told them to quit babying around and get back to the match. But then, the big crybaby stepped forward. Your own federation president! Nah, that's just funny, man. That's what me and the guys do when we know we're getting whooped. Anyways, the French players decided to go on with the canceled goal. Oh, and yeah, they scored again in the, quote, third half. These guys kill me. But listen, if that was controversial, you gotta see what Rivaldo did in 2002. It was just ridiculous, man. Brazil began their World Cup against Turkey. It was supposed to be a tight one, but Rivaldo decided he was gonna play some games. I can't believe this dude. He legit set him up, and the ref bought it. Guess it's true what they say, the World Cup is Brazil's playground. Because you see, Brazil won the World Cup in 1970. I mean, they didn't win it, they ended the competition, man. They were so good, they dominated everyone. It was like playing FIFA Ultimate Team against a pro. So, in the final against Italy, they were 3-1 up with 5 minutes to go. And you'd think they'd just chill out a bit and see off the win, right? Nah.
When Brazil get into a situation like this, they're very, very difficult to beat. Yes, it would be cruel to say it, but giving away a 2-goal advantage could only happen once in the 1970 World Cup, and we know who did that. I don't think Brazil are going to do it here. Erdino, faced by Paquetti. Oh, it's not a bad ball for Pele on the right side. It's Carlos Alberto.
That was poetry. Just beautiful, man. Some guys really know how to make themselves legends for life. Believe me, just ask this next dude. In the 2010 World Cup final, Spain faced Netherlands. And see, they'd both never won the competition before, so it was going to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, man. The match was really tight, and you could feel the tension in the air. Both teams tried, but they couldn't score a goal. And so the match went into extra time. And just when we all thought it was going to go to penalties, the rise of a hero. Dude, he'd done it! He'd won the World Cup! He'd become a hero! The World Cup's been full of iconic moments, man. Unforgettable.